I'm pleased to have the opportunity to speak with the people of Austin. Nearly 20 years ago, I moved to Austin to pursue a PhD from the University of Texas. I earned that degree, but like so many others, I fell in love with Austin and never left. In the time since, I've taught college students at the university, and I've led Girl Scout troops at Ortega Elementary. I've lived north and south of the river, I've worked in the nonprofit and for-profit sectors, and I've enjoyed Austin culture from its downtown clubs to its great museums. But as Wilhelmina Delco once said, most of us are just one bad decision away from active civic engagement. And that was true for me. I got involved because I disagreed with my neighborhood association about a zoning case, and I realized then that if I didn't like the decisions being made, I needed to get involved and become one of the decision makers. And I did. I joined the Bolden Creek Neighborhood Association, and soon my involvement grew from lobbying City Council as a neighborhood association president to participating in land use decisions as a city planning commissioner to becoming a leader in efforts to make Austin a more family-friendly city. For the last decade, I've served on a variety of citywide committees. To name a few, I've served on the Planning Commission, the Community Action Network Community Council, the Waller Creek Citizens Advisory Council, the Downtown Street Closure Task Force, the Families with Children Task Force, and the recent AISD Facilities Master Plan Task Force, where I was a voice in the minority arguing against school closures. And now, I'm ready to serve Austin on the City Council. It's time for some changes, because City Hall is not listening to the people of Austin. In the worst recession since the Depression, my opponent voted for a water treatment plant we didn't need right now, and that will increase your utility bills for years to come. My opponent also voted to increase parking charges downtown, which will impact workers, volunteers, and many others who can least afford such an increase. The new census numbers show that poverty in Austin has increased, and the poverty rate among children is even higher. Families in Austin are struggling. We can do better. Here are some of the things I want to work on for our community. First, affordability. I believe Austinites of all income levels should be able to live in all parts of the city, and that longtime members of our community should be able to stay in their homes. And as a council member, I'll work hard to move us toward that goal and to help keep Austin affordable for all of us. Second, completing communities. I believe our planning should create communities throughout the city where people can live close to where they work, they can shop in the neighborhood, walk or bike safely to parks and open spaces, and access high-quality childcare and public schools close to home. We can design an Austin that works better for people at all stages of life. Third, neighborhood schools. We must keep our neighborhood schools open and vital. Public schools aren't under the city's direct control, but schools are critical to the social and economic health of our city. Neighborhood schools are good for the environment, good for the community, and they promote educational success. And as a council member, I'll work hard to collaborate with our local school districts on strategies that keep our schools open and keep our educational system strong. Fourth, I want to rebuild trust in City Hall. I believe in a city council that listens and respects citizen voices, from the volunteers who serve on our boards and commissions to those who spend hours waiting for their 3 minutes to testify at meetings. Democracy only works when we have active and engaged citizens and leaders who respect citizen input and make decisions that reflect our community values. I'm that kind of leader, and I've demonstrated that in my work as a community volunteer. I'm running for City Council Place 3 because I believe we need a City Council member who listens and respects the people of Austin. We need a change at City Hall, and I have the experience and the skills to bring about that change. I'll work to keep Austin affordable for all of its citizens and to preserve what's great about our city, from our historic buildings, to our local businesses, to our neighborhood schools. I'll champion strategies for keeping families with children in our central city, keeping Austinites in their homes amidst rising property values, and keeping older members of our community in their neighborhoods, aging in place. So that's my vision for Austin. In the months ahead, on the campaign trail, and then in the council chambers, let's talk about your ideas and concerns for our city. I pledge to listen and respect them, even when I may not agree. And together, let's imagine a city hall where the voices of all Austinites matter, where the decisions reflect community values, and where the public has confidence and trust in its leaders. Let's begin to imagine that together, and let's work together to realize that vision. I entered the race just a few weeks ago, but I've already received tremendous support from around the city, as well as endorsements from the Sierra Club, the South Austin Democrats, the Capital Area Progressive Democrats, the Black Austin Democrats, North by Northwest Democrats, and the Austin Neighborhoods Council. Please join our campaign and help get our message across the city. You can learn more at my website, KathieForAustin.com. I appreciate your support in the weeks ahead, and I respectfully ask for your vote on May 14th.